But even they are taking, I also know their names. So, if they are not giving up this habit, bad habit, from today, they should not attend our classes. And until they will not give up all these things, bad things, they should not attend our classes. You should know that to whom I am telling. If you will come tomorrow, at once I will tell you to go out of. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chaturunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo mahabhatanyaya krishna prema pradayate krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gauratvisena Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Yam Prabhajantamanupetamaketapratyam Dvaipayano Virahakataryajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Karvo Vinedu Tam sarvaputaridayam munimātu tavai vasmi na jivāmi tvaya vina iti vigyaya radhe tangnay māma charananti. You should know that before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was bhakti, and that was Vaidhi bhakti. Sri Madhvacharya Ramanu, Vishnu Swami Nimpadi, all they were preaching Vaidhi bhakti. By the bhakti, anyone can go to Vaikuntha Dham, and they can search here, Lakshmi Narayana. By this bhakti, anyone cannot go to Golok Vrindavan and serve Radha Krishna Kanjura. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he appeared in this pipe, he gave inspiration in the heart of Srila Rupa Goswami. And then Rupa Goswami established what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted. Then world knew, there is something Raganuga Bhakti by which we can go to Brij Vrindavan. And we can serve in 4 rasas, Dasya, Sakta, Vatsalya, Sampati. Especially, Raganuga Bhakti came, but especially Rupanuga. There is some difference between Raganuga and Rupanuga. All Rupanuga are all Raganuga, but all Raganuga are not Rupanuga. Understand? One is clear. All Raganuga are Rupanuga, but all Rupanuga are not Raganuga. Why? can follow Dasya Sakha Vatsalya. Very rare, Mathur. But Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami followers, Rupanuga, only highest topic of Prem, that is called Gopi Prem. And in Gopi Prem also Radha Dasya. This is Raganuga. This is the Rupanuga. And this is the aim and object of any Raganuga or in the devotees in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should follow this. I have come to inspire these things in your heart. Who was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And why he descended to this world? We will explain these things. Can you, Prabhu, Maharaj? 15 minutes, more. Not more than that. If you cannot stand up, then you can sit.
First of all, I offer my most humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Diksha Guru, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj. And then I offer my most humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Shiksha and Sannyas Guru, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Sannyasigan and senior devotees, Vaishnavas, to one and all, my Dharvat Dharmas. Srila Gurudeva has ordered me to speak on the topic of why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. So, we see that in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is given that there is an external reason and an internal reason for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. The external reason is that he has come to give this chanting of the holy name, the Yuga Dharma. But this Yuga Dharma could be given even by Sadashiv, even by Mahavishnu. He could come and give Yuga Dharma. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming for a very specific, three very specific internal reasons, very deep internal reasons. First, he wants to understand, during the time when he appeared as Sri Krishna, he wanted to understand what it is that Radharani is experiencing, what happiness she is experiencing, what Sokyam, what happiness. He wanted to know what is her love for him, and also what it is she sees in him, what beauty she sees in him that she wants to have his association. So these three internal reasons are the actual deeper reasons why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. This is the reason why he has appeared here. This other external reason for bringing the Harinam Sankirtan, this is a secondary reason. However, because when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes for these internal reasons, the Harinam Sankirtan which he brings is very special Harinam Sankirtan. Golokera Premadana Harinam Sankirtan. This Premanam Sankirtan, which he is bringing from Goloka, is actually giving a very sweet nectar of Madhurya Ras, of brain, that cannot be gotten anywhere. Even Lord Brahma, he is hankering for this brain. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. He is giving it to everyone freely. He is giving to Jagais and Madais, to Patita Pavan. He is giving and distributing this Prem Nam Sankirtan to each and every living entity with this special quality. So Mahaprabhu, he had some greed. Shri Krishna had some greed to taste these things. So this greed, this is really the key. This greed is what is driving force. Krishna has greed for ras. He has greed to taste. As Vishnu, he has greed to taste Vira ras. And so he is calling for Yogamaya to arrange some Leela in which Jai and Vijay become cursed by the Kumaras so that they can descend to this world and he can fight with them in battle. And so they appear in 3 successive births as demons in order to fight with him, and he tastes this Vira ras. So some greed for Vira ras has appeared in Vishnu, and he comes to taste it in this way. When he appears as Nrsimhadev to kill Hiranyakashipu, so after killing Hiranyakashipu, when Prahlad is sitting on his lap, and he is looking at the face of Prahlad, he sees that Prahlad is tasting some very sweet ras, some Vatsalya bhav. And he is also tasting it, but actually Prahlad is tasting it more. And Nrsimhadev is feeling like, in my previous manifestations, I have not had a father. I have come from the nose of Brahma, I have come from this pillar, so I have not tasted this Vatsalya bhav. So in the future, Krishna always appears as the son of mother and father, and he tastes this Vatsalya bhav.
Thank you. Very good. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Sri Jagai Madhai this highest thought of love and affection, like Gopi Prem he gave?
No, he did not.
So why you don't like so? You should share more. Oh, you.
Next on the chopping block.
Not reading will do. We will have to hear.
Gurave Gaurachandaya Radhikaya Tadave Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo. So first of all, I give obeisances to Sri Gurudev, Sridhani Sannyasis, respected Vaishnavis and Vaishnavas. Thank you for coming. So tonight's topic is the cause or the reason of the descent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we know that Sri Krishna is a thief. One Vaishnava has said, Chodadvaganyam Purusham Namami. I've heard of many thieves.
Better you should speak some of the.
I've heard of many different varieties of thieves and criminals. But Chodadvaganyam Purusham Namami. In Braje Pasidam, of all the thieves in Vrindavan, then Sri Krishna is definitely the highest thief. And in Vrindavan, his thieving reached up to the limit of stealing bhaja, stealing the clothes of the gopis, stealing the minds and the hearts of the Brajvasis. But in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna became Mahachor, a supreme thief, because he was not simply satisfied by stealing cloth and bhaja. In Vrindavan, he completely stole the mood and complexion of Srimati Radhika. Never, even though he appeared in the form of sannyasi, really, he is a big thief. Why? What inspired him to steal the complexion and the mood of Srimati Radhika? It's said that the reason that Sri Krishna disappeared to Vrindavan, that Sri Krishna disappeared from Vrindavan and went to Mathura and Dwarka, that Sri Krishna was inspired with a big greed. Therefore, Sri Krishna is Rasik Shekhar. He is the taster of all different types of ras. Therefore, the biggest ras is in himself. Therefore, how can Sri Krishna taste himself? In the form of Sri Krishna, he cannot taste himself. Guruji gives the example, like a pond of nectar, how can it taste itself? Or a dough made of sugar, if he licks himself, cannot taste himself. Therefore, how Sri Krishna can taste himself with the embodiment of Ras, and Krishna is Rasik Sheka. Therefore, in the form of Rasik Sheka Sri Krishna, his desire to taste Ras was not complete because he could not taste himself. Therefore, Srimati Radhika, she is Madhanakya Bhavamai. She is the embodiment of Mahabhav. Therefore, because she is the topmost embodiment of Prema, she completely can taste Sri Krishna. Therefore, Sri Krishna was thinking, how can I steal the complexion and the mood of Sri Radhika in order to taste myself? Therefore, for that reason, Sri Krishna went to Dwarka to put Srimati Radhika in the fire of separation. And when her heart was in a completely melted stage, then Krishna entered her and became Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, the main principal reason of the cause of the descent of Sri Krishna in the form of Sri Sachidananda and Gaurahari, that is threefold. Prem Ras, Nejas, Koritya Swadan, Rag, Man, Bhakti Log, Korite Prachadan. But the primary reason is Krishna wanted to taste Ras. Therefore, Sri Radhaya Pranya Mahima, Kidisovana Eva, Swadyo Yanadbhuta Viniruma, Kidisovana Eva, Saukyam Chasyat Madanubhavata, Kidisho Repilovat, Tadbhavat Samajani, Sachigarva Sindhu Harindu. It is for that reason that Sri Krishna appeared in the womb, the ocean-like womb of Mother Sachi, in the form of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Why? First, Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima. What is the glories of Sri Radha's Prem? Sri Gurudev explains that Krishna, he's Prem, he has Prem. He has Vasai Jati Prem. Because Prem is reciprocal. Krishna loves the devotees, and the devotees love Sri Krishna. Saranam Hridayam Mayam, Saranam Hridayam Payam, Matab Nete Manajapi, Naham Tenya Jananati. Sri Narayana described Punavasa. I always think of the devotee, and the devotee always thinks of me. Therefore, Krishna has Prem. But Gurudev described his Prem is divided into billions and billions of devotees. Krishna, he gives himself to whichever devotee comes before him. Therefore, Krishna's Prem is not Ekanishta. Krishna's Prem is Bahunishta, because he has Nishta or relationship with millions and millions of devotees. Gurudev says, even when Sri Krishna is playing his flute at Bamsibat, calling the gopis for Ras Lila, can Sri Krishna forget Prahlad? Can he forget Vasudeva and Devaki and Mathura? Guru Maharaj said, what to speak of them? Can he forget even a devotee in this world? Oh hey Krishna, Amitua Nitya Das, Tumara Charana Choya, Har Hoya Saranas. Even a devotee who in this world chants one time the name of Krishna with complete surrender, Krishna cannot forget them also. Therefore, Krishna is Bhavanishta because he is divided to many, many, many devotees. He gives himself completely to each devotee. But Srimati Radhika, she gives herself only to Sri Krishna. But Krishna gives himself to everyone. Therefore, if you take 1 kilo of Prem and you cut it into millions of pieces, then there's only a fraction there. But Srimati Radhika, her Prem is not divided. Not towards her even so-called husband, or her parents-in-law, no one. She is Eknishta. Her Prem is completely concentrated on Sri Krishna, therefore her Prem is very, very large, therefore Krishna is completely controlled by that Prem. So Sri Krishna was thinking, what is the Prem of Srimati Radhika? I cannot understand. Then secondly, Saukyam Chasyat Madanubhava. What happiness she feels when she serves me and sees me. Krishna is Bhagavan, he feels a certain type of happiness because Krishna is Ananda Swarup. Therefore Krishna is made of ecstasy. But still, when Sri Krishna sees the ecstasy of Srimati Radhika, he becomes astonished. It said that when Sri Radhika, she sees the dark night, she runs to embrace it. When she sees the tamal tree, she runs to embrace it. When she sees a peacock feather or a kunja berry, she becomes absorbed in ecstatic emotions. And Sri Krishna says, I definitely feel for Srimati Radhika, but I cannot feel like that. What happiness
she feels when she serves me, I cannot understand. Therefore Krishna developed a greed also. How can I taste my own sweetness? It's described by Sri Rupa Goswami Pada. One time Sri Krishna was walking past.
Please explain again 3 wishes.
3 wishes. Radha Pranaya Mahima. What is the glories of Radharani's prem?
Yes, and second?
Second, he's trying to understand what happiness Radharani feels in his seva. And thirdly, what is my own sweetness? Sokyam Chaschat Madharam Bhava. Krishna is trying to understand what happiness she feels in my service. Huh?
Second clear. What is the second?
Krishna is thinking how I can taste myself. Krishna is thinking how I can taste my own sweetness.
Not clear.
Krishna is full of beauty.
You should be silent.
Gurudev Jai.
Can you clear that one? Oh. Very good. Three one. Three, you should explain.
Tasmai Mahaprema Sapradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. First of all, I offer my Sastang Dandavat Pranam millions of times at the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. Secondly, I offer my pranam thousands of times at the lotus feet of my Sri Guru Parampara, and I offer my pranam to all the assembled Tridandi Padkan and all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis and respected guests. No one would be able to understand what was the primary reason for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance in this world, unless his very intimate associates, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, and after him, Srila Rupa Goswami, explained it. Srila Swarup Damodar, in his Kadacha, in his notes, is given one verse. Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrishovanaya Iva Swadyo Yenat Dutta Madhurima Kidrishova Madhya Saukyam Chasya Madhanubhavaka Kidrisham Vedi Lobhat Tadbhavatya Sanijani Sachikarva Sindho Harindu. First of all, he's explaining why did Sri Krishna appear from the womb of Mother Sachi as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The first reason, Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima. He wanted to know Mahima, the greatness of Radhika's love. It was his experience in their pastimes together that Radhika's love would overpower him. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives an example from his own text, Sri Govinda Lilamrita. Hasmat Brindai Priya Sakhi Hare Padam Mulakita. So once Brinda Devi came to Radhika. Radhika said, "Oh my dear Sakhi, where did you come from?" She said, "I came from the lotus feet of Hari." Really, where is he? Kundaranye Kimiha Kurute. He is in the forest on the bank of your Kund. Really? What is he doing there? Nritya Shiksham. Brinda Devi said, "He's taking dancing lessons." And Radharani became suspicious. Taking dancing lessons from who? From whom? Guru kaha. Who's his guru? Then Brinda Devi, she said, Tom tam murtis pratitarulatas digvitichus paranti. Overwhelmed in separation from you, he sees you in every leaf and creeper in the forest, and seeing your form there, he's dancing behind you like a puppet. Is controlled by the puppet master. So Krishna realized, Radhika's love overpowers me. Radhikara prema guru amisisana. Radhika's prema is my guru and I am her dancing pupil. So Krishna thought, what is the love? How deep is that love that overpowers me? I want to know. So this was his first greed. Sri Hradaya Paraya Mahima. Then, next one. Jainat Bhutama Durima. He wanted to know about his own sweetness. How did this come about? One day, Sri Krishna was contemplating to himself. And as he was contemplating, two irreconcilable contradictions came within his mind. First of all, he thought, all flavor comes from me. All sound, all taste, all beauty, everything comes from me. So if all of these things come from me, then who will give happiness to me? If everything comes from me. But I realized that my ears are hankering to hear the sound of Radhika's voice. My eyes are hankering to see the beauty of her form. My skin is hankering to feel the happiness of her touch. So by all senses, she attracts me. So I think that she must be hundreds of times more qualified than me. Shatagun, hundreds of times more qualified than I am. So if I am the source of everything, how is it possible that she can be more qualified than me? This was the first contradiction. But then, another astonishing and irreconcilable contradiction came into the heart of Krishna. He thought, when Radhika hears the sound of the wind blowing through the bamboo trees at Govardhan, it makes a sound. And hearing that sound, she thinks that I am calling her on the flute, and she runs towards the breeze. When Radhika sees a tree, a tamal tree, she thinks that it's me, and embraces the tamal tree, and thinks, oh, now my life is successful. If Radhika tastes some kambul that has been chewed by me, my remnants, then tasting this, she becomes completely, almost unconscious in praying. So Krishna realized, although I am attracted to Radhika's form, Radhika's taste, Radhika's sound, Radhika's touch, she becomes more maddened than I do, not even in relation to me, but in relation to things that are even similar to me, like the sound of the breeze, the color of a tamal tree, the taste of my remnants, and so on. So, on the one hand, I find that she must be hundreds of times more qualified than I am. So it should mean that I become more maddened by seeing her than she becomes maddened at seeing me. But the opposite is true. She becomes hundreds of times more maddened on seeing me, hearing me, and so on, than I do when I meet with her. And so this is the second irreconcilable contradiction. As Krishna began to ponder this, then he realized something. He thought, there must be something about me that I don't know. Something that she knows. And how does she know it? He realized that beauty is
You should come to point, you should hear first Radhaya Pranamahima, and then this. Oh, you are longing to come to the point. What is the glory of Radhika bring?
So, coming back to the first point, Sri Radhaya Paraya Mahima. Radhika, he thinks that when we are together, at that time, Radhika, her praying is so high. She has Madanaki Mahabhav, praying by Chitra, many moods. She can faint, crying, Krishna, where are you? Krishna, where are you? Even when she's sitting in my lap. I don't have such praying. So, when Krishna meets together with Radharani, he sees that she becomes completely absorbed. This is called the Swasamvedya Dasha of Radhika's Madanakya Mahabhav. Swasamvedya Dasha means that Radhika's Anurag becomes the object of its own experience. In that stage, who is the object of her love and who is the lover, she forgets. And only the intense taste of that love remains. So that is called the Swasamvedya Dasha of Radhika's Madanakya Mahabhav. Krishna cannot understand it. Radhika herself said, Na so Ramana na hamaramani dui manupag pesula jani. It is not that he is my beloved and I am his lover. I completely forget everything. So seeing this, not being able to understand it, Shri Krishna thought, I want to know what is the Mahima, the greatness and the deepness of Radhika's love.
Then second point.
Second point,
Right.
we describe how I am only taking the remnant of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who directly explained by these two irreconcilable contradictions. Krishna realized there's something in him that he doesn't know. And he also realized that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If any devotee sees Krishna, they think he's beautiful. But if Kamsa will see Krishna, then how does he feel? He thinks that he's not beautiful. So how one sees beauty, how one relishes sweetness, depends on how much love you have. So who has the most love? Radhika. So Krishna said to himself, Ei prema dware nitya, Radhika ekali, amara madhuryamrita, ashwade sokale. Only Radhika, by the greatness of her love, which was the first thing, she has the power to fully taste my sweetness. So there's a connection between the first and second one. Without knowing the greatness of Radharani's love, then Krishna will not have the ability to realize his own sweetness. So Krishna was thinking, when Radhika sees me, how does she see me? So in this description, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he said, Krishna was thinking, Akshan vatam palamidam nakaram vidama sakyapasunnanu viveshaya durvayasyai. In the stage of Purvarag, before I met together with Radharani, when in the morning I used to go into the forest surrounded by my friends playing on the flutes, and she was in any hiding place and looking at me, and I used to look back at her. I know how I felt when I looked at her, but how she felt when she saw me at that time in the stage of Purvarag, I don't know. Then Krishna was thinking, Atatiyad Bhavan Anikananam Tutiyugayate Twamapasyatam. At the time of Raslila, when I disappeared, and gopis were weeping in separation, and they remembered how in the evening I would return to the village, and they would look at me, but then what happened? Their eyes would blink, and they would curse Lord Brahma. Brahma, you don't know how to create, you're not Rasik. Why did you make gopis with eyelids? How eager they were to see me in that mood. So when Krishna comes back at the end of the day, this is called the special type of meeting. And so Krishna's thinking, how? Radhika sees me in different times, different kinds of meeting. Then Krishna thought, Gopyascha Krishna Mupalabhya Tirada Vishtam Yat Prakshane Vishnu Pakshmapikam Shopanti. At that time, when I left Vrindavan and then I came to Kurukshetra, all the gopis came to Kurukshetra. When Radharani saw me then, how did she see me? This is called Samriddhiman Sambhog. When he comes home in the evening from grazing cows, that is called Sampanna Sambhog. In Venu Geet, that is the Purvarag. So Krishna was thinking, Radhika saw me in so many different ways, through so many different types of love. How did she relish my sweetness at that time? I want to know. Then, thirdly, Sokyam Chasya Vadanubhavata Kribisham Vaitilopat.
But not clear. What's after that? What he has shown after that.
What's that? So Krishna was thinking, isn't it like what you said? My beauty is revealed according to the darshan of the devotee. Krishna promises, I reciprocate according to the devotees, surrender to me. Therefore, Srimati Radhika, she has the topmost affection for Sri Krishna. Therefore, no one has darshan of Sri Krishna like she does. Therefore, Sri Krishna has complete qualities. He's complete opulence, he's complete beauty, he's complete strength. All his 6 opulences are manifested by Srimati Radhika. Therefore, Krishna is thinking, how can I taste myself completely only if I get the mood of Parashakti Sri Radha. Just like this, you can see the sun by the sunlight. In the same way, Krishna was thinking, how I can taste my complete beauty. I cannot taste it by taking shelter of the mood of any other devotee. Only if I take shelter of the mood of Srimati Radhika, then I can taste my beauty completely. Therefore, that was the second desire. How I can taste my own complete sweetness. And thirdly, what happiness. What anubhav, what realization of happiness Srimati Radhika has in my service and my darshan, how I can taste that. Therefore, we are hearing that Sri Krishna, he has a certain type of happiness as Bhagavan. But that is not comparable to the happiness of the devotees. Especially the ecstasies of Srimati Radhika. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tried to taste them, we hear in the Gambhira, sometimes Mahaprabhu would become 20 feet long. Sometimes he would become compressed like a pumpkin or a tortoise. We never hear of Srimati Radhika becoming like that, because she has so much power to tolerate the feelings of love for Sri Krishna. Therefore, Krishna thought, when I taste something, Krishna has a limit up to Mahabhav. But Srimati Radhika, her prem, her happiness has no limit, because she goes up to Madhana to Mahabhav. So what happiness she feels at that time when she serves me, Krishna was thinking how I can taste that. The only way I can taste these three desires is to completely take the mood and the complexion of Srimati Radhika. Some people might say, well, Krishna could have taken the mood. What is the need of taking the complexion of Srimati Radhika? And Ashrita Gaugamaj described every mood as a color. For example, in material life, when you become angry, you become red. When you become worried, what's he thinking? Then what's he speaking about? Then you look like Gurudeva's complexion. When you become fearful, you become white. Therefore, Madhanaki Mahabhav has a color, and that color is no different than the bhav. Therefore, only taking the bhav of Srimati Radhika, Krishna would not be completely satisfied. Therefore, he also took the complexion of Srimati Radhika. Therefore, for these three desires, these are the primary reasons of the descent of Sri Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this morning, Gurudev was saying, Pujapad Ashram Maharaj asked the question, well, Krishna could taste everything in Goloka Vrindavan. What need did he come to descend to this world? And Guru Maharaj said, because he is very, very merciful. Guru Maharaj one time explained, even when you go to a long place for a picnic, the main reason you still could go there is to eat. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here. His main reason was not to give mercy. His main reason was to taste these three greeds. But as a concomitant factor, he distributed that mercy to everyone. Therefore, Krishna was thinking, for a long time, when, since the last day of Lord Brahma, I had not shown this prem to the world. Therefore, we are hearing from Srila Gurudev, many incarnations came since that time. Brahma, Matsya, Kurma, Nrsingadev. They came and they gave something. Even Sri Krishna came and showed that prem, but did not distribute it. Only in a very enclosed circle in Vrindavan, then that prem was distributed. But who could catch that prem? In Vrindavan, pretty much all those devotees were southern cities anyway. Therefore, how the jivas of the world could taste that happiness of Brajat Prem, that was the second reason of the descent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sometimes I remember when Srila Gurudev would first preach around the world, then there was so much opposition. Oh, why is he talking about Raganuga Bhakti? Why is he talking about the shelter and the glories of Srimati Radhika? And Guru Maharaj said, because Raganuga Bhakti is only practiced in the Gaudiya Sampradaya. If you don't want to hear it, maybe you're in the wrong Sampradaya, you should go down to South India and take initiation in the Sri Ramanuja Sampradaya. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Bhakti he distributed, what is that? That is Raganuga Bhakti. Which type of Raganuga Bhakti? Those that follow the Ragatmik Jan. The Rag, or the attachment for Krishna, that is present in the eternal associates of Bhagavan, that is called Ragatmik. What to speak of Srimati Radhika, Lalita, and the Gopis, the Sakhas, Nanda Baba, and Yasoda. Ragatmik Bhakti is also present in Hanuman. Ragatmik Bhakti is also present in Jai Vijay. Ragatmik Bhakti is present in the associates of all the incarnations. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never came to distribute that type of Ragatmik Bhakti. Mahaprabhu said, Ragatmika Shrestha Pradivasi Jan Tasuni Lupta Hoy Karu Bhagavan. Although in Mahaprabhu's instructions to to Sri Sanatana Goswami. Maharprabhu said, of all types of ragapnik bhaktis, the topmost ragapnik bhakti is found within the residence of Sri Vrindavan. And whoever hears of that and develops a greed to follow in the footsteps of those ragapnik devotees, they are called Sri Raganugas. Anugaman, those who follow Anugaman, the rag of the eternal associates in Goloka Vrindavan, they are called Raga Nuga. Therefore, the second primary reason of the descent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not just to spread Harinam Sankirtan, not just to get people to give up eating onion garlic. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's main reason for the descent in this world was to distribute Raga Nuga Bhakti that followed in the footsteps of the Brijvasis. And of all the Brijvasis, who is the topmost? That is Srimati Radhika. Therefore, to follow the maid servants, or to follow those who serve the feet of Srimati Radhika, that is the main reason of the descent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are some...
More something.
So, the third reason, go to the third reason, I can count 1 and 2, come to the third one. So, the third reason, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami in his Kadacha, he wrote, Sokyam Tasya Madanubhavataha Kipisham Veti Lobhat. See Krishna, he had agreed to realize the happiness that Srimati Radhika feels. Why? He was contemplating to himself. Actually, there are great sages like Bharat Muni and Vatsyayana Muni. They have written books about love between male and female. And they have given the conclusion that in the love affair between male and female, both of them enjoy equally. But I think that Bharat Muni doesn't know my Vrindavan. Because in my Vrindavan, I know for sure that when I meet with Radhika, even though I become very happy, even though I'm overjoyed, she feels 10 million times more happiness than I feel. And when, after our pastimes together, I behold the beautiful form of Srimati Radhika, I think, what happiness does she feel? And my heart becomes very, very greedy for that. I want to taste that. So, we see that many times in Sri Krishna Lila, Sri Krishna had some opportunity to try. He tried to understand Radhika's feeling. He tried to taste his own sweetness. For example, during Rasalila, Sri Krishna hid from the gopis. And from his hiding place, he was watching Radhika as she was speaking, opening her heart, expressing her love. Yat te sujata charanam puruham staneshu vitashanai priyadadima hikartasheshu. O Krishna, I very carefully hold your lotus feet upon my heart, so that you will not feel any pain. Krishna was seeing this. He thought, how deep is this love? How can I understand it? Sometimes in Krishna Lila, Krishna would disguise himself. For example, once Krishna disguised himself as a demigoddess and came to the house of Srimati Radhika in Yavat and was rolling on the floor crying. Radharani said, why are you crying? Tell me, I am your good friend. She said, Krishna said in disguise, during your Rasalila, I was flying in the sky and I was watching. And I saw how that person, Krishna, you know what he did? Even though you gave your whole life, you surrendered everything to him, he just left you and broke your heart. How can you love such a person? Your heart is so pure, how can you love such a person? So I cannot stay alive. Radharani said, okay, I trust you, so I'll open my heart and I'll tell you how I feel about Sri Krishna. And Radharani began to explain the nature of her love. So in many ways, Krishna tried to discover how deep is Radharani's love and how sweet he is. One time, Sri Krishna, when he was in Dwarka, Purnamasi Devi, she wrote a drama, she wrote a play. And Gandharvas, the demigods from heaven, they came to perform this play. And one Gandharva was dressed as Krishna. And he came on the stage playing Krishna in Vrindavan. And Sri Krishna, from his royal box, he looked and he became stunned. He forgot who he was. He thought, am I a prince watching a dramatist playing the role of a coward boy on the stage? Or am I that coward boy on the stage doing this performance? I don't know. But when I see the beauty of this sham-complexioned boy with peacock feather in his hair, I impetuously wish to embrace him, just like Srimati Radhika. So in the course of Radha and Krishna's pastimes, Krishna felt many times the desire to know the depth of Radhika's love and to taste his own sweetness and to experience the happiness that she feels, but he could not. Krishna Ramaduri Krishna Upajoyalo Samyak Ashwardite Nahe Rahimanek Shov. It is said that Krishna's beauty, his sweetness, is so sweet. He has 4 madhuris that no incarnation has. Venu Madhuri, the sweetness of his flute playing. Lila Madhuri, the sweetness of his lila. Prema Madhuri, the sweetness of the love of his associates. And Rupa Madhuri, the sweetness of his form. These are exclusive to Krishna, no one else has them. And when Sri Krishna sees a reflection of his own beauty, or someone simply imitating him, then a greed to taste that awakens in his heart. But Samyak Ashwadite Nahi Rahimanik Shov, because he cannot fully taste it, then his heart feels some distress. So Gurudev gave an example. Once there was a man in a boat, and he was thinking, how deep is the river here? So he took a stick. So he took one stick, and he began to put the stick in the water like this. But he couldn't feel the bottom, so he reached over a bit further, and a bit further, and then he slipped and he fell in the river, head first. So like this, Krishna was like that. Srila Gurudev explained he was trying to see how deep is Radhika, how deep is it? And he became so absorbed in that endeavor that he had to appear in this world as Satchidananda Govari. Sri Satchidananda Govari ki jai!
So, Radhika prem is so high in Srimati Radhika that any gopi has told, Anaya Radhito Nunam Bhagavan Hare Vishwara Janno Vihaya Govinda Sri Jam Anarat Ram. Oh, any of the gopis like Lalita or Vipaksha Sakhi Chandrauli, oh, they are telling, Anaya Radhito. This very lady who is going with Krishna alone, Krishna is taking sometimes in his lap. Oh, she must be done, he has done Aradhana to Narayana. Hari. In fact, that is why, oh, Krishna has stolen her and taking in the lap he is going. So this Radhika, love is so highest. So how it was? Krishna established, wanted to establish it. And in Raslila especially, he did for this to glorify Radhika more than other gopis. For gopis he told, Napare ham nirvajasani. Oh, I cannot repay you, gopis. I cannot love you as you love in a kind way. Undivided. My love and affection is distributed to nobody. But you have left for me your husband, your chastity, your everything, your houses and so I cannot repay. But especially for Radhika, Anaya. So he did Ras only to glorify Radhika, highest prem. So in Ras Leela, Braja Vipine, Yamuna Arapule, Arapila Ras, Gopi Ganesan, you, Janova. Come forward. जदा जदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth, the city, condition or situation of India was very, very bad, especially in Bengal. All used to eat meat, drink, even they used to give sacrifice of a man taking marijuana, ganja, bhang, afim, and keeping blood in the skull of a dead person. They were worshipping 10 gods like Kali and Durga and others. Even they used to give marriage to cat and she cat. One cat is Sikh as king. And lakhs and lakhs dollars he used to spend for this. Or big band, elephant and camels and all by a good procession, drinking. They used to make a procession and they used to go there and to marry his villa, milk at to Sikh. And thousand persons used to take that thing. Meat, eggs, wine and Brahmins. They never knew Vishnu Bhakti, Krishna Bhakti. They used to meditate about Brahma or anything else. Not Bhakti was there. In this way, Yug Dharma came. But you should know, Yug Dharma was name preaching. But this name preaching, easily Advaitacharya, incarnation of Krishna, can do it. So Krishna is not needed to come. So real dharma was what? This rag, nuga bhakti, please, to establish this yuga dharma. Advaitacharya can, his Vishnu, Sadashiv Vishnu. In any way he can give something, that gopi prem, that highest class prem. But not fully this Braj prem, Ekala Krishna can give, only one Krishna. So at that time, the period came for Yug Dharma establishing. Also, at that time, Advaitacharya was seeing all these condition of world, and then he took tulsi leaf and offered to Salagram Shila, and he did a promise that, O Prabhu, O Krishna, if you will not come yourself and establish this high class of Raganuga Bhakti, then I will cut all the heads of all persons. So it was not necessary that when Krishna will come to this world as in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he decided to fulfill the desire of Advaitacharya, I must come this time. It may be that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would have come in the last of Kali Yuga, but he came first in this period, in the beginning of Kali. And that is why he preached everywhere Krishna name, not only Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem in the thread of Krishna Prem of all names. And he Paraila Sabha. The specialties of his name preaching was with love and affection. So, this was second reason. And third reason, more prominent. Anarpit charing chirat karunya vaturina samarpayitum unnatodval rasan sabhakti harihapur sundar vyut kadamba sandipita sadarive kandare surakhi. For long time, what has not been given in a Brahma day, after one day of Brahma, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and he gave But now so many things has been turned out. All has forgotten this. So, out of mercy, he came to what? Give Unnat Ujjwal Rasan Swa Bhakti Sriyam. What is Unnat Ujjwal Ras? Parkiya mood. What Parkiya mood? What is in Radhika? It cannot be given. So what? Unnata Rasa Swa Bhakti Sriyam. Swa Bhakti means Swa means Radhika. Radhika's mood. And it's Radhika mood's beauty. What is that? Beauty. Like a creeper. If a creeper has no leaves and flowers, no beauty. So in a creeper, if there are so many green leaves covered, and so beautiful flowers are in there, especially manjaris. And when air comes, and then manjari what do? Oh, this is the sweetness of that manjari. That mood. What is that? Srimati Radhika's lady devotees, who especially Roop Manjari mood Valli. So, to distribute this Raganuga mood, that is the mood of Roop Manjari, a Jew can only assist, not more than that. All the jivas have adhikar, qualification, only to this. They will not be Lalita Vishakha like, only this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mercifully, he came to distribute. This was one of the main reasons. But here, Krishnadas Kaviraj is telling, by the mercy of Swami, he is telling, oh, Nam Prem Pracharite Ei Avatar, Iho Satya. It is true that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to preach Nam and Prem. And also, he came to distribute that gopi mood, Roop Manjari mood. It is true. But, oh, these are Bahiranga. These are not internal. What is that internal? पूर्वे जेनो पृथ्वीवारे भार हरिवारे कृष्ण अवतीर्ण हईला शास्त्र के प्रचारे स्वयं भगवानेर कर्म नहे भार हरण स्थिति करता विष्णु करण जगत फल. Telling Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when Krishna came to this world to take the burden of Prithvi, by how? Oh, killing so many demons. So many demons. In Mahabharata, in boyhood, Putana, Aghasur, Bakasur, and so many. In Dwarka, oh, so many demons. And in battle, oh, both sides, all demons were killed. And in the end, in Dwarka, when he came, Brahma came to him, oh, your purpose of coming to this world has been finished. Please come to, return back to your Golok Vrindavan. And in the way you should also visit our Brahmalok. Krishna told, I have finished all these things, but yet something And what that is? Oh, Dwarka, Padumna, Aniruddha, Satvaki, and all my Jaduvansi are very powerful. Even demigods cannot defeat them. If after my going they will remain here, then there will be more burden on this earth. So, I have thought a reason how to take them away. So, reason is coming now that Durvasa and other rishis have given that from the home of Sambhav, a Musal will come. And that will be the reason of this power. So, when Krishna heard, oh, we should give up this Dwarka and come to any sacred place. And they went to Prabhas. And there they did Archan and Puja, Brahman, Vaishnava, and so many fire sacrifices. But in the end they took marijuana. And then what became? They began to fight each other. Even they wanted to kill Krishna and Baladev. But what became? They were finished. And Krishna also, an arrow of their hunter, he also left the field. It is written. Outwardly in Mahabharata, but you should know that it was magic of Krishna. He wanted to take his old associate to Golok Vrindavan, and those who came from Swarga, heaven, they should be sent to heaven. And those who have come from Vaikuntha, oh, they should return back to Vaikuntha. And those who have come from Golok Vrindavan, they should come with me there. So strictly he did so. So, here telling that this karja, action to kill demons and to take burden of this world is not really the activity of Krishna, because he is Swami Krishna. He can do it by Vishnu. He can do. And that time who was Vishnu? At the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Krishna gave avatar called when in the Kali Yuga, when time came to come to this world, descend to this world, all incarnation of Krishna, Ramchandra, Nishingadev, Narayana, and all Vaman Dev, and all came in with Krishna in his heart. They are not given. And when Krishna is killing demons, oh, Vishnu is killing, not Krishna. Vishnu Dware Krishna kare asura sandhar. But why he came? Rag Marg Bhakti, Loke Karite Pracharan, Rasik Shekhar Krishna Param Karun. We have explained all these things. Edi hetu haite Krishna Vicharudvam, as for Jnanete Nahi Mor, Jagat Mishri. Oh, especially you should know also that Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is Rupanuk Vaishnava. No, Rupanuk Vaishnava. He is not Vaishnav Bhakta, Rupanuk. Not only Raganuga but Rupanuga. He has not come to preach only name. His called leaders, they know only his glorification that he has preached everywhere in the world and he has established preaching center. But not this is his glory. His glory what? For what reason Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came? Only to give, this is Gaurban. Unnata Rajasa Swabhakti Siyam. For this he has come. You should know. Anyone can tell that he was a Sakha, friend of Krishna, like. Don't think like him. In our Guru Parampara or in Gaudiya Parampara, all maid servant of Radhika. So he must be a maid servant of Radhika. Now, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling that Srila Swarup Damodar has written in his culture, in his slokas, that Radhika Prem Guru Ami Sishana, Krishna is thinking. Right? Radhika is my Prem Guru. As Prem Prayojan clarified this. Ami Sishana, I am disciple. Srimati Radhika teaches me how to sing and how to dance. So Radhika is Prem Guru or Krishna Sahaya, Guru. Radhika is Guru, Krishna is disciple. Pantha, very dear friend. Prayasi, most beloved. So, Srimati Radhika is most beloved, Shishya, Guru, Sakhi, Dasi. All moods in highest in Srimati Radhika. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling, what I am going to tell you, the reason of Krishna coming in the form of Sachinandan Gaurhari. It is very, very hidden, very confidential. So I should not tell to general person. They will not adjust all these things. So I should not tell. But in the next moment he thinks, if I will not tell this to world, then this high class of Raganuga Prem will be finished from this world. So I must tell. And also he thought, I should tell it in such a way, hidden way, that my telling will be successful and those who are moved means foolish, they cannot understand all these things. In such a way I should tell. You know that camel. If there are sweet fruits, they will not take. What they will take? Horrible. You know, car, crow, there will sweet mango, they will not take. What they will take? numerous. So, I should tell it, no harm. Because those who are camel and like, oh, they will not take this earth. They will avoid. And we see, I feel, only crows and camels like 4 persons. That is why Narayana Maharaj is preaching all these things. But I am thinking like this, my vichar, my thinking is like this. If you will not tell all, they should tell by the bhakti. Even the disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami have. And what to tell the disciples of Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj? All they preach by the bhakti. But I should tell this alone, because it will be what? Lost forever. Like after Rupa Goswami, this Parkiya mood was stopped. Because Jiva Goswami has written in his book something. He has written for his Anadhikari Shishya, those who are not qualified, that gopis were of Swakiya mood, not Parkiya mood. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur came, and again he established with a very strong faith. And then we are knowing now that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was not a failure, the Kathas knew all these facts. So, I am also nisang, without fear, and preaching all these things, and my disciples also, they are preaching. They should preach by the word. So now, I am telling the very deep thinking of this. Krishna Das Kaviraj is Goswami. Oh, Krishna is thinking in his mind. In this world, I am Rasaswarup, embodiment of a rasa. In this world, I see that all by chanting, remembering my sweet pastimes, they realize prema. In this world, there is none who is thousands times more who can give me happiness to me. Not clear. In this world, anyone is not so much qualified that he can give me pleasure. I can give them all, but none can give me. But only one can give me pleasure who is 1,000 times more superior in prema, that person can give me. I think only alone Srimati Radhika is that kind of. Oh, my qualities are asamodha. What? Oh, I want to clear the second greed of Krishna. Radhikaya pranay mahima kiddiso, it is clear. Radhikaya pranay mahima kiddiso va matiya saukhan chasa madan bhavata. My, oh, very beautiful this form. My best quality, my sweet singing and a sweet smiling. 4 kinds of madhuri: Hedu madhuri, Rup madhuri, Kul madhuri, and Leela madhuri. Unparalleled. Only Radhika, oh, enjoys this. This is second. By enjoying all these sweet things, how Radhika becomes happy. So Krishna wants to know these three desires. In second, that told that Radhika has prem, sneh, man, pranay, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav samsara. Krishna has also, gopis has also. But more than that, rude, ati rude, Valli, Lalita and Vishaka, Radhika Sati. But Madanaksha Bhav, she becomes totally mad, Radhika. And then Prajalpa, Tipyonmad comes in Radhika. Krishna, we see that Krishna never enjoyed all these things. Tipyonmad, Prajalpa, Jalpa. He could not be mad in Radhika prem, but Radhika was mad totally. And Prajalpa, Tipyonmad, so many things. Radhika was in the lack of Krishna even. But thinking, oh, that is helper, that is. So Krishna cannot have these things. He wanted to realize all these things. Now, any questions? 5 minutes. You? Huh? Raman.
My weekend tonight was Krishna Balaram.
Oh, now 7. So I should continue this. I want to clear this fact. So, Samanya, 5 minutes. Oh, I'm so beautiful in this whole world. Even in Brazil, no one is beautiful than me. Oh, but when I see Radhika beauty, then I become overjoyed. Also, oh my Bansi, sweet Bansi. All the gopis becomes mad by seeing Bansi. But when I hear Radhika's sweet voice, oh, I become mad. I cannot control me. In this way, he is telling the glory of Radhika. But he is telling Krishna. But when I think about me, how I am beautiful, how my sweet voice and 4 kinds of madhurya, then I think, or something ulta, opposite I think. What? Oh, there is something in me that it makes Radhika mad. Tipyonmad and all these things. So what that is? I am Vishal, object of Vishal. And Radhika only highest top of Ashray Vigraha. She knows all these things. So I must take her beauty and intrinsic mood. That is Madanaksha Bhav. And then in Gambhira, I will take sannyas and go to south. And there I will meet Ramananda, who is Vishaka. Vishaka knows all these things of Radhika. Both are same life. So Vishaka knows all. I will have to make his Siksha Guru. And then from Siksha Guru Vishaka, I will learn all these words of Radhika. And then coming to Jagannath Puri and Gambhira, I will taste all these melodies with Ramananda and Sarup Damodar. That is why Chaitanya Krishna took the form of Sachinandan Gaudhari and into this world. Gaur Kirtan.
We have one announcement for the day after tomorrow. There are going to be initiations at the house where Srila Gurudev is staying at 9 o'clock in the morning. So the devotees who will be receiving initiations or who desire to receive either Harinam or Diksha, Gayatri Mantra initiation, they have to register their names with Brajanath Prabhu or Madhav Maharaj or Mukunda Prabhu. And they have to also get the approval of any senior devotee who knows them. And they have to come to Srila Gurudev's house with a flower offering. And they have to also have some fruits and some Lakshmi offerings. And they have to come there by 9 o'clock in the morning, the day after tomorrow. Hare Krishna.